Provide them with DNA, 23andMe, because I cannot believe the detail on your background that they were able to get.
Well, I don't have to. She did all the research for me, so I'm sure my family is very appreciative.
What about Joy saying, though, what are your skills? It's beyond research. It is personal. It is mean.
Well, of course, this is classical Joy Behar, but I would like to ask Joy Behar what her skills are, because perhaps we could swap stories. I know I watched Joy, and she seems like a highly skilled lady, but for her to attack me, that's really interesting. Those in glass houses should not throw stones.
Daytime TV has always had its fair share of drama, but every so often, a moment comes along that leaves everyone talking, and this one was definitely one of those. What started as a debate on immigration policies between conservative commentator Tomi Lahren and The View co-host Sunny Hostin quickly spiraled into an all-out fiery clash about ancestry, hypocrisy, and what it truly means to be American. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest Hollywood drama, sizzling hot takes, and all the juicy debates that get the internet buzzing. Now let's set the stage. Tomi Lahren is no stranger to stirring the pot with her unflinching views on immigration. She's a vocal advocate for a merit-based immigration system, fiercely defending the idea of legal immigration and immigration reform. Her bold stances have made her a polarizing figure, constantly challenging the status quo. On the flip side, Sunny Hostin has made it crystal clear that she's all about a more compassionate approach, advocating for empathy and challenging conservative narratives on immigration at every turn. It was only a matter of time before these two clashed. The fuse was lit when Hostin, channeling her inner genealogist, brought up Lauren's family history. She pointed out that Lauren's ancestors, who immigrated from Norway and Germany in the 1800s, didn't even speak English when they first settled in the U.S. This, she implied, directly contradicted Lauren's stance on modern immigration, calling out what she saw as hypocrisy in Lauren's argument.
The idea that immigrants come over here and they don't know anything and they're dragging us down, because we all come from immigrants, including you, Tomi Lahren.
She talks about low skills. What exactly are her skills?
Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh my gosh. 1930 census says Tommy's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German. She didn't speak English.
But what could have been a measured, thoughtful discussion quickly escalated into an emotional, high-stakes showdown. Lauren wasn't about to back down. She leaned into the personal jab, using it as a springboard to double down on her beliefs. My ancestors followed the legal process, she said, emphasizing that they built their lives without government assistance. A key distinction in her mind between then and now. This moment was pivotal. Hostin's move to dig into Lauren's family tree wasn't just about policy anymore. It was personal. While some applauded Hostin's attempt to expose what they saw as hypocrisy, others felt it was a low blow that distracted from the real issue: how to address today's immigration challenges.
Well, there is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family, who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German. Okay. And really what she did is prove that my family came here legally.
The debate shifted into a complex battle over whether today's immigration policies can even be compared to those of the 1800s. At first glance, it seems like a fair comparison. Both then and now, people have come to America seeking a better life. But as Lahren pointed out, the immigration landscape of the 1800s was vastly different, largely unregulated, with land up for grabs and few rules. Today's immigration system is a tangled web of laws, security concerns, and social welfare programs. It's not as simple as apples to apples. For Hostin, the point about assimilation was key. She argued that cultural integration has always been a slow and gradual process. But for Lahren, the real issue was that her family followed the rules and contributed without expecting handouts, a crucial distinction in today's heated immigration debate. This divide speaks to a much larger rift in how Americans view immigration, shaped by history, identity, and political ideology.
I lost my job at a conservative network because I said I was pro-choice. That's a big no-no. There, it was a big no-no. You know, I offended the community. I went on The View and I said, just a point that a feeling that I've had for a long time, I'm very limited government. Like, that's just me. I'm not pro-abortion. I'm just very limited government. That's my perspective on a lot of things. And I lost my job at a conservative network for that.
How did you know you lost your job? Like, what did that look like? So you go on The View, you say this, and then what happened?
Then they told me, don't come back on Monday to do your show. You're suspended indefinitely. That's how it was.
Were you shocked? Were you like, oh, this makes sense?
No, I was shocked. I was shocked, and that's why the lawsuit ensued. I have a view that some conservatives still to this day take a real issue with, and they tell me I'm not a real conservative or this or that. It's on both sides.
But don't be fooled. This wasn't just about policies. Hostin's personal dig turned the debate into something even more intense and divisive. She wasn't just challenging Laren's ideas. She was questioning her integrity, digging into someone's family history to make a political point. Bold, but Lahren wasn't rattled. She flipped the script, joking about Hostin's genealogist skills, using the moment to rally her supporters and keep her cool under pressure. The fallout was swift, with social media buzzing on both sides. Some saw Hostin's genealogy deep dive as a clever move to expose hypocrisy, while others felt it was a desperate attempt to discredit Lahren. Meanwhile, The View was stuck in the middle. Hostin's stance resonated with viewers who agreed with her, but it also raised questions about the tone of the show. Debates on the panel are often fiery, but turning someone's family tree into a battleground, that's crossing a line from policy to person.
And for them to go that deep in your background, you have gotten under their skin to a level I didn't think was possible. What is it about you that bothers them so much?
Well, it's not just me, it's anybody who advocates for merit-based immigration or has an issue with open borders. And again, just like you said, they don't seem to understand that we on the right believe in immigration.
As the dust settled, the focus shifted back to the core issue, immigration policy. Lahren made it clear that her stance wasn't about rejecting immigrants, but about enforcing the rules. There's a clear distinction between legal immigrants who follow the system and those who cross the border illegally, something that often gets lost in political arguments. Whether you agree with her or not, her ability to stay composed and articulate her point under fire shows why she's such a skilled debater. For Hostin, defending her decision to bring up Laren's ancestry, she framed it as an attempt to highlight the complexities of immigration, but by making it so personal, she inadvertently handed Lahren a win, turning the attack into a rallying cry for her supporters. It also forced the audience to grapple with the uncomfortable truth that when the lines between policy and personal attacks blur, it's harder to find common ground. At the heart of this debate lies a larger cultural and political divide. On one side, people who see immigration as a cornerstone of America's identity and advocate for a compassionate approach. On the other, those who push for strict enforcement and a merit-based system rooted in self-reliance. But here's the irony. Both sides probably agree on more than they realize. Both Lahren and Hostin value the contributions immigrants have made to America. Both recognize the importance of assimilation, and in their own ways, both believe they're fighting for what's best for the country. But in the heat of the moment, those commonalities get buried beneath the drama of live TV.
Well, there is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German.
Okay.
And really what she did is prove that my family came here legally.
In the end, this was more than just a clash over policy. It was a reflection of how deeply personal politics have become. When debates shift from discussing ideas to attacking people, everything feels more charged, more personal. Whether you're Team Lahren or Team Hostin, one thing's for sure, this debate is far from over. And if anything, it proves that daytime TV can still deliver moments that get people talking and questioning what's really at stake. So, what do you think? Is it fair game to bring someone's personal history into political debates? Or did this go too far? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.